Hello, everyone.
Shalom.
Sorry for the very late start. Life gets in the way. Noda will be joining us soon. He had some prior engagements. We have currently gone through level ups. Unfortunately, I did not get that on stream. I needed to iron out some rulings, double check everything with everybody, but everyone is up a level. We are currently at level 14. Highest game I've ever played.
Highest game I've ever played. I mean, technically. So
Technically, campaign-wise, this is the highest level campaign I've ever played.
The only time was when Notice played as a god all of a sudden.
Yeah, I got to level fucking 20. Yeah, I'm doing
one round was level 20, and that was it.
I did like 750 damage in like 4 moves. I was like, how the fuck do I do that? And I'm just wailing the fuck out of something.
Pathfinder, wasn't it?
That was Pathfinder when I was taking on Orcus by myself. Pathfinder's very math, but some people just can't.
But it's also like
they can't.
It's huge.
It's huge. Anyway, moving right along.
Did she start in Pathfinder too? Did you also start in Pathfinder?
She started Pathfinder with us.
Oh,
well, she joined in with us.
Yeah.
She was a jump in because she had work.
And you're playing like a halfling girl or like a gnome girl.
She was playing a gnome bard.
Yeah.
One of my best characters.
And one of the first games, like you just blew me out of the water because you used a spell in the most unique way, and I was just like, "What is happening?" And I just looked at all of you guys. I was like, "What?" So yeah, I remember. That was cool.
Sometimes people think out of the box, and you're like, "I didn't even think about that."
Exactly. That was the coolest thing.
Right. So then,
it was also one of my favorite campaigns I've ever had. That one little one shot that I did.
So with announcements out of the way, in our last session, things got a little dicey, but not for who you think. As our group returned to the desolate ruins within the Morn Woods, traced their steps back to the Temple of Mor with a unique usage of teleportation circles, snuck their way back into the temple, where they first took on Nest and some stragglers of the battalion. Making quick work of them, they stepped down into the room of the Realm Seal, where they went head-to-head against the leader of the battalion and her 2 lieutenants. They made a spectacle of the healer, turning him to dust. Rendered the Captain Centaur immobile, and mutilated the second Centaur in the stairway.
Yeah.
With, I don't know, retaliation complete, they proceed to scavenge the bodies for their spoils of war, where Dracaria comes across a gruesome spectacle. Within the body of the black female centaur, an angelic baby was rapidly aging. It was revealed as it grew into adulthood that its name was Zalathael. Before Dracaria was able to end it where it laid, it phased into the ether, where only Dracaria and Nihilus were witness to its full-grown form. As Nuxnor and Albi made their way back with some hefty gear, before reconvene within the lower sanctum, a new item in their possession, a legendary orb of light known as Morn's Riposte, was now in their hands.
Flex tape.
Flex tape.
Now that it's black and goopy too, it just makes sense.
Oh yeah, you're bloody as shit. You proceed to mend, Nuxnor, you proceed to mend the near fractured seal sphere as its cracks and spider lines are reversed and fused back into solid stone. The frequency of the magic is adjusted and fixed as the beam of light, which was fading and flickering, is now in a solid column back to where it was.
Nice. We got to booby trap this place. Hey, you looked a little freaked out. What's going on here, Jakaya?
I need questions answered first, and then I'll tell you.
You sound like the little woman.
Nux, you notice that the Black Centaur has been eviscerated. Her insides are now sprawled along the floor in front of her, along the body.
Hey, is it good to eat centaur meat?
I'm not gonna answer that. Nihilus, what are you holding? I'm gonna instantly change the subject and not look at that anymore. Hey!
This being my first character, I want to now eat it. Like, I don't know.
You're referring to the ale. What's happening?
Ugh, that's morbid. It's my first character. I must devour it.
Just gain your power.
I have consumed his flesh. Now I am the new elder.
Oh my gosh.
I am the elder. That's how it works.
Nihilus looking a little paler than usual.
Is that only because we can actually see him in the light?
That and he actually looks slightly paler.
Okay.
Yeah. This is an interesting thing. You ever heard of Moore's Riposte?
No. What? Never mind. I'm gonna roll because I'm not just
Make a history check.
oblivious idiot. I'm good at history. I'm 19.
In your youth, during adventures, you are familiar that there were strong magical weapons that were crafted for grand warriors. There were, however, legendary vessels, one of each, between the two brother gods.
Ah. So there's one for Banon as well, too.
It's possible.
Can I see it?
I mean, I can't use it. I have a staff already, so yeah.
Identify. Last first level spell.
Mord's Riposte is a legendary weapon. It is innately a +2, has the ability to reshape itself on the user's whim once per long rest and once per day. Because long rest is once a day. So once a day, you're able to change the weapon shape into a weapon that you can wield. No extra modifiers. However, it has the innate ability to give divine damage. So it has 7 charges. So for every charge is a D8 of smite.
Okay.
So you're able to expend multiple charges in one go.
And it's just 1d8 per charge.
1d8 per charge
Cool.
of divine smite, which is radiant damage. If all 7 charges are spent, the weapon goes innate. The shape, it returns to that orb, and it is essentially useless for a D10 number of days.
7 charges, and I apologize, what does it recharge?
It's able to recharge those charges once per dawn. Yeah, these homebrew weapons are fucking stupid.
April spent. Did you say 10 days or 1d10 days?
1d10 days.
1d10.
So if you use all 7 charges, you roll a d10, and that's how many days it takes to recharge. Could be 1, could be 10.
And
I believe that's what I put it at. I need to check the...
2.
I need to check the Discord real quick. Yeah, for 1d10 days. And apparently there's something else about this item. You're not quite able to figure it out with Identify.
How do you spell more? Because you spelled a certain way.
M-O-U-R.
I thought you've been you've been spelling it M-O-O-R-E.
That's more. I've been pronouncing it more. I never said it was M-O-O-R-E.
Whatever.
Everything is written wrong.
Everything is wrong.
That's what she was saying.
The more you hold this weapon, you get the strange sensation that it's alive in a way.
You should not have 2 alive items. This is me talking out of character, obviously, because I don't know. Hey, you never answered my question. Is it okay to eat centaur meat? I mean, technically they're a horse.
For that?
You make a medicine or nature check.
And I rolled a 16. Ooh, child. I'm gonna make medicine or nature. 24.
I mean, with most living beings, they are edible.
But it's like horse meat. It depends on where
in a way, yeah.
It depends on what side you take from.
Okay, can you come over here, homie?
Really don't want to.
Why not?
Multiple reasons.
Why? Food.
Go over there.
Are you gonna be able to get that out of your suit now?
As you hold your armor.
Boob. Yeah, it's okay. I just have a boob now. Uniboob.
It's migrating just randomly along your body.
Are you gonna be able to get that out now? I mean, are you sure your suit's gonna not just try and absorb all of it?
It's not a part of dragon, so it can technically let go of it, but we'll see.
Okay, come over here, help me.
I cut off a thigh.
You take the next about 20, 30 or so minutes between the both of you, and you start fabricating a horse.
Albie, what are you doing while we're cutting off this horse's thigh?
Good question.
It's a good question.
I heard Dracario was saying that it was nasty, right?
Oh, it's real nasty.
Well, as a bird, this is very normal for me. So, I think I'm just gonna offer up any help. I'm gonna say, hey, you guys need some help? That looks pretty good.
Yeah, come on over. We're gonna take the meat, we're gonna cure it into bacon strips or something like
I'm
that.
not eating this.
And then you won't know, hun. Anyways.
Oh my god.
Honestly, I don't even think we need to cure it.
Considering who?
Are you kidding? Are you gonna feed me dead centaur meat?
What'd you get?
I got a 12. It's very moderate. You do what you want.
I do. You basically know I do a lot of shit. So
I am very wary of you.
It's possible, but you're not 100%. That she's not lying.
I just drop the leg, and I'm just like. Even the suit it's just like, what are you like? And I'm just like,
As you try and run away, your arm is now adhered to the leg as it drags it.
the suit just has like a little attached to the like a little tail. See this big horse? Why? Okay, anyways, that was
For
awful.
times that we're not on the boat, we need food for long durations
Didn't
away.
we just buy like 3 months worth of food?
Yeah, that's all on the boat.
Teleportation circle, right there.
Yeah, when we're not next to teleportation circle. You don't have an answer, do you?
No, I don't.
Yeah, see, smart thinking. Yeah.
I'm gonna look around the room.
Okay.
What's around the room? What's in the room? What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Is this investigation?
The room is, aside from the realm seal, it is fairly sparse. You understand that the walls, the floor, and the ceiling are all dragon shard, concentrated dragon shard from CD. However, it seems to be innate. It's not really doing anything.
Just want to see if it's react to it. Yeah. Cool. No new runes. No nothing I gotta pay attention to.
That you can make an investigation check.
25. 19 plus 6. Almost as good as you.
Gross. She rolls a 10, she beats you.
That's what I'm
What?
saying. My I rolled a 19 and I got a 25. You rolled 10, you're like, hey, 30.
Hey, 31.
Well, that's because my investigation is 14.
She rolls a 6 and she blows you out of the fucking water.
Even double mine, you're higher than mine.
Well, that's why I keep asking him. I'm like, is it really necessary to tell you how much I roll?
Just
What?
say take 10. Because it's still 24.
Taking 10 basically requires like an extended period of time versus like innately looking to shorten your time frame.
How long is it?
Oh, okay.
They have it all down in the rule book. I know taking 20 is like an hour or something like that.
Oh yeah, well you really take your time to fine tooth comb things, and that's fine. So and that's exactly it. It's like when you're rolling, you're looking for like the immediate second in a very short interval. 10 minutes, 10, 20 minutes, you get a plus 10. You take the hour, you get a plus 20 to your investigation.
I'm gonna sneak. Roll for it. Take 20. No.
Just crawling in the muck, just barely moving inches.
5 feet.
Ugh. That's a sniper fucking move right there. Now that you're actually getting a good look throughout this room, you do notice that every so often, within the corners of the room, along the ceilings, and dead center above the seal where the light's going through, are crosses between draconic and celestial runes.
I want. What do they do?
Make an arcana check. Do you understand draconic?
I understand both.
Yeah, we
Hi,
taught
you
him
taught-
Draconic.
Tommy Draconic
Um,
and I have no idea.
They are 1 to 2 word phrases.
like a compound word, but from Draconic and Celestial.
They don't seem to correlate when you put them together. The phrases based in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the center.
Why?
What are you doing?
Getting something I can write this down with.
Where's your notebook?
Okay, so we got a room.
Basically a cube.
And an orb in the middle. Okay. So these are on the ceilings?
They're each in the corners.
Okay.
He's grabbing chicken too.
Okay.
The runes that you catch are as follows. May his grace grant us peace. In the time after the fall. May the younglings rule with heart in hand. That's what they say.
Younglings. Anytime someone says younglings, I think of the
And I'm gonna take Settle Spell as well.
Ooh! She has
Get Quicken Spell!
4 meta magics now.
Why?
Because that greatly increases your damage output.
Yeah,
She already has high damage output.
what, Quicken Spell? Let's see here.
We.
When you cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action,
Scorching Ray.
yeah, but I always... You can spend 2 sorcery points to change the cast time to 1 bonus action for those casting.
And you can cast 2 spells, right? But you can't cast 2 cantrips? Or is it you can cast 2 cantrips?
You can cast a spell as a bonus action, but your standard action must be a cantrip.
That's what it is, yeah.
So that's why Nihilus goes bonus action, 1 spell, standard action, Eldritch Blast.
That makes sense. Your Firebolt's pretty deadly, but I get it.
3d10s with fucking 7 rays.
That's what I'm saying.
Fucking rain fire.
It's basically just adding a straight up another ray that's like the big boom. So you got 7 smaller rays, and then you're just like, Iron Blazer!
Oh, you mean when I did Scorching Ray?
Yeah. So this just adds like the Firebolt on it, but it's 3d10.
It's up to you. Subtle
Plus
spell.
3.
Subtle spell is useful for if you're ever locked down. You can basically remove a component to cast a spell. So if, like, say you're silenced, somatic, still cast a spell. You're restrained, or you're immobilized, you're incapacitated. No.
Blow! Yes, that is very useful as well too, to be honest.
Okay.
Especially with some spells that like only require some things, like
Only vocal spells. You just cast the spell, but it requires a sorcery point. Hiya! Lightning
spells now.
Lightning bolt from the crotch.
Talk about fire rage.
Let's talk about a shocking experience. But you take the next 20 minutes or so to continue to break down this centaur's body for horse meat.
Mm-hmm.
This has gotten so morbid.
I don't know how Aya should have been.
Aya would have been all over this
That's
shit.
what-
Ayo would have been
yeah.
all over that shit. What are you talking about?
Like,
Completely
any cool
character
horse meat.
change right now, yeah. If I was back in Aya, I'd be like, yeah, I'd be cooking this up right now, yeah.
Oh yeah, let's
What's the
fucking
matter?
do it. Let's fucking do it.
Not just a horse, the healer, the... Make a stew out of all of them.
I want to do something real quick.
Okay.
Fuck. Okay.
I don't like that response.
Great.
And
What was that
turn
fuck
up in the
for?
fall.
I was having Nihilus roll a religion check.
Yeah, he knows that.
And that's 1 point as well, right?
Soul spell? I believe so.
No, I'm looking at others. Because right now, all
Don't
of
you have
my
access to,
meta
like-
magics are just 1 point.
Yeah, it's like, don't you have access to the higher level ones now? The higher? Or they're like...
No, there's only a certain amount of meta magics.
Meta magics are limited.
Yeah.
They are more for you. Unless are you looking at the wiki dot?
I'm looking at Wikidot.
Okay, they all should be on there.
Yeah.
I was like,
They're all on
there
here.
was some...
Careful spell, distance spell, empowered spell, extended spell, heightened spell, quicken spell, seeking spell, speaking spell, UA, subtle spell, transmuted spell, twin spell.
It has UA and it has Tasha's. Okay.
Yeah. Twin fireball, disgusting. But it has to target two different creatures. Can't target the same thing.
Twin scorching rays.
Can't twin only
Yeah,
works
'cause
on a
it's-
single fire.
Exactly. Yeah, it has to target one target. So scorching rays.
Can't do twin fireball.
Yeah, twin fireball.
Twin vitriolic sphere.
That's also. No, that's a dex save, isn't it? That's a target. It can't target.
Fair point.
AOE.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the one downside of AOE's.
AOE's.
But you can.
But you do have currently 40 pounds of horse meat.
Ugh. It's not horse meat.
It's horse meat.
It's centaur meat. It's just the bottom half of the centaur.
Yeah, horse meat.
Which the hair is very fine, if a little coarse, well maintained, but raven black.
What about taking the hair?
Do you think this coat would sell?
Ugh.
Well, you had to take the skin off to fabricate the meat, yo.
You do what you want with the rest of the body. I'm leaving.
40 pounds, you said?
40 pounds of centaur meat. Disgusting.
How long was Mischief's hair? Necessina's hair.
How long was Necessina's hair?
Yeah. Like her actual hair.
5 feet long.
That can make a good wig. What?
I'm not fashion shaming.
Why not?
I mean,
First
she had-
question
she
you
had
get
it,
back up.
like hyper braided. Like it was several braids braided into a braid.
Yeah.
So then when you extend the whole thing out, it extends the length of her body. She had a lot of hair.
We got a booby trap these days.
No kidding.
Just like in the ground, right?
Yeah, it's subterranean.
Can we just like cover the entrance?
Nihilus,
Yeah.
move Earth.
I was thinking of doing that. Just seal the whole place up.
Seal it and then work your way backwards, and then when we get to the tunnel, just like make a 5-foot cube so we can at least enter the gateway, and then we can.
Why don't we just shut the stairwell?
I'll do that to you. But make it real hard to get in.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna fill it full of statues.
No, like just completely.
Yeah, I'm gonna fill it full of statues. They'll all say "fuck you."
No, just completely seal it. Just just.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay. Like walk away, like what? Why?
I'm trying to play fuck.
All these characters, like everyone's like, Christ, taking centaur meat, and I'm just making fuck you statues. What the fuck is happening?
You guys aren't heroes.
Yeah. Albie, what are you doing? You want to come back upstairs with me?
Yes. I'm sorry. I've been working on music stuff at the same time.
You're
So
good.
I'm a little lost as to where we are, but I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, that's. I just kind of ask you the straightforward question. So.
No, you're good. Yeah, you're good. We'll let you know when something important comes around.
Let's
I'm like- I'm hearing of the big things that are happening, and other than that, I'm kind of out of the loop a little bit.
That's okay. That's how your character is. You're a crow, you know? You're like looking around at everything. You're shiny things.
Yeah, shiny things catch my attention. He's also drunk a lot, so that,
Shiny things and drunk, that's a hell of a combination.
it really is. But yeah, I will head upstairs with you, wherever that is too.
Drunken bird brain forgets everything every second.
Drunken bird brain, yes.
I could not have made a more apt character for
Right?
what
It's perfect.
I have to do.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna go back upstairs and get ready to get back to the seal.
Okay. The three of you make your way as Nihilus is shifting Earth in several different directions, making cross hatches and difficult terrain, sealing off portions of the stairwell, some just fracturing it straight down to the ground.
Yeah.
As you get out into the central atrium, he completely seals over the stairs, making it look exactly like the stone floor, with no true differential between anything. The growth that was on the floor is completely dissipated.
Good bastards.
The bodies are still there, are piled up into one corner.
Did
Yeah, I got everything.
Okay.
What did you get?
Got some poison bolts.
Poison
Yeah.
bolts.
Poison bolts and poison swords.
He tried to get me with those.
Yeah, they will fuck you up.
Thanks. But you got all of them?
Yeah.
Gonna be useful.
I know. I have all these crossbows.
Okay. Oh yeah, you don't know your magic crossbows. You just have a collection.
That's what I'm doing. She has her plenty of things. I have my crossbows.
It's fair.
Oh, itchy foot. Itchy foot.
Yeah.
The portal room to the east within the structure is still open. Step on through, back onto the ship.
Hello.
Not a lot of time. I'd say about an hour and a half of time has passed. The sun is peeking through some of the cloud breaks, casting some rays down onto the ground below. Your dragon friends are chatting amongst themselves as you make your way to the top deck. Selene's the first one to notice. Oh, guys look like shit.
I mean, we did just fight to the death.
And you won.
We.
I call that a win.
True. And I found this.
There's not a reaction from Kotak. Selene kind of cocks his head and gets a curious smile, but doesn't say much. Ceedy gets a broad smile on her face. I was wondering why none of you picked that up.
What, earlier?
Yes.
It was in your room?
Yes.
What?
That's what was protecting everything.
This?
Yeah, it's a touch of Morse essence.
Oh. Just a touch?
Well, obviously he's not going to leave a large portion of his divinity here in the realms. That'd be madness.
Hey, got a question for you guys. Do you happen to know anything about Zalathale?
Have you ever felt like when you're trying to have a conversation and there's a literal vacuum in the room from tension? All three are wide-eyed and looking at you. Selene actually looks scared. Kotak looks like he's about to blow a blood vessel. And Ceedy is ghost white.
So I'm assuming bad. Spill your guts now.
Selene, first off, you'd have to explain how the hell you came across that name.
He was growing in the centaur's body after we killed her.
The fuck you mean it was growing?
Huh?
It was growing.
Why didn't I see this?
You weren't there.
Ceedy, she's struggling to find words, but she can't say anything.
What did it say?
What did it say? I completely forgot.
Simply said its name.
Just said his name, Zalathale, the Reaver, and I think something about see you later or something, and vanished.
The Selene and Kotak both look at Ceedy as she's just shaking her head. She is just repeating in low draconic. I didn't see this. I didn't see this. The boys look back at you. Do you have any more information on this?
Nope. He started off as a baby and then grew to human size.
Huh? All in the time that I was gone.
Yep. and then vanished.
That was the face that you had.
Yeah.
Understandable. I had that face too.
Yeah.
So, bad thing?
Well, yeah, they're all ghost white, except for Kotak. He looks like he's about to pop something because he is dead. So,
Because do you have any idea what Zalathael is?
all I know is that he's an archangel.
Selene chuckles to himself as he's wiping his hair back and is visibly shaking. If Zalathael is here, we have a bigger problem.
What?
Have you ever heard... Well, you probably haven't. Oh, God.
So now.
In any of today's scriptures, have you ever heard of the Four Guardians?
Have I ever heard of the Four Guardians?
Make a history or religion check, either of you.
Not bad.
19?
Dirty 20, either way.
Dirty 20 either way? 19 for what?
History.
History? Are you going...
I know history.
We'll go history for you, we'll go religion for you. Based in cathedral lore, and for you it's more so based in godly ties. Back when the celestial realm was still open, celestial beings known as angels seldom visited the material plane, but they did exist.
Okay.
For you, Dracaria, when it came to cathedralian war and notations of Baneans' beliefs, there was a scripture that...
It's open.
No! Fucking nerds!
You don't say that.
Was that?
Yeah, but
Middle of Lordom.
Hell yeah.
Lorda.
blood dumps.
There was a celestial body, but more so in the collection of individuals of a celestial body, known as the Four Guardians. The Four Guardians were Baneans' lieutenants.
Right.
His literal weapons of conflict and subjugation.
So these are stronger than the dragons? It sounds like they're on par with them at least. Sounds like they're at least made by the same.
Let's just say this. These four beings that Zalathael is a part of make us look like child's play.
As in, like, one of them or all of them? Oh, it sounds like just one of them, huh?
CD is still shaking her head. Kotok is now currently pacing back and forth on the deck of the ship. But Selene continues, his voice shaking in fear. These four guardians, as I said, are Baneans' lieutenants, jury, and executioners.
Judge, jury, executioner. Got it.
He being the judge. They executed his plans with utter ferocity. Zalathael is one of them. He also went by another name. the Dark Reaver. He would make deals. And anyone that struck a deal with him, their soul was forever bonded to him. He could use them as he saw fit. If they ever wanted money, gold, power, riches, status,
So that sounds like a celestial version of a demon.
worse. If he found no use for you, he'd kill you then and there. We're
Celestial version of a demon.
The other three are not as vexing, but just as destructive. There's Lumina, the ruby flame. Borbeles, the piercing righteous. And Zenithal, the wicked blade.
I write this down. Say this again.
Zalathale,
Okay.
Zalathale.
Why do you have baby guys?
Because you never know how it's spelled.
Oh, stop.
The Dark Reaver.
Hold on. Archangels. Angels. Okay. Start over again. Number 1.
Zalathale.
Z.
Zalathale.
Okay. The Dark Reaver. Okay, continue.
Lumina, the ruby flame.
Lumina.
Mina.
The ruby flame. The ruby flame. Okay. There's Buble somewhere?
Borbeles. Borbaliz.
Okay.
The piercing righteous.
Okay. And then 4.
And then Zenithal. Zenatol.
The
The wicked blade.
these all sound like not archangels. Just saying. The piercing righteous isn't slightly. Maybe the ruby flame, but the rest of these do not sound like angels. Just saying. The wicked blade. It's not an angel. Slight.
More like horsemen.
I simply.
You know
If
what?
these-
They
if-
could be considered horsemen of death. I mean,
So, sounds like you gotta help make us more powerful.
pretty much.
Well, that means that we need to find the last piece of me,
That
and
too.
we need to move to fix the rest of these seals.
Me?
If the celestial realm opens, these 4.
Well, we probably shouldn't let the other ones come free either. So,
Oh no, I would hope not.
we see some sort of, warning or something else of, more celestial babies growing, we should kill them.
So, Steedy, I know you keep saying that you didn't see this, but now that this has happened, what do you see?
I can't.
Hmm?
I don't see anything.
Oh, so you're just like the rest of us.
Practically human now. Got it.
No, you don't understand. I've been able to see everything until a certain point. I can't see beyond this.
That's fine. Most people can't. It's coming to terms with reality.
Mm-hmm.
This is now the future that we exist, and you dragons are coming to the terms of what we deal with on a daily basis. This is mortality. This is fear.
It's not a manner of mortality. It's a manner in the fact that no one knows what we're doing. Not more. Sorry.
But, yeah.
There it is.
That Banon knows what we're... Wrong name. Names everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That Banon's aware of what we had planned, what we were doing.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
I'm pretty sure, considering that they were upset and trying to break the seal.
And multiple things have been being sent our way.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, like the church, plus the assassins. So I'm pretty sure he's been on our tail for a while. Maybe not on your guys' tail, but at least been following us.
Yeah. So it's not new. Like,
This is
I'm pretty sure as soon as we did the second seal, all was off the table.
This is kind of what we've been gathering you guys for to help us. Remember, this is kind of what we've been asking you to help, fight the big guys.
Make us stronger and
big guys are coming.
We've been fucking around and finding out when you've been hiding under a rock.
Well, consider me fully invested then.
Excellent.
Good.
Thanks.
I still need my final piece. I don't know where it is now.
Oh. I
Oh,
did
nice.
make that, but it doesn't. It's always playing. So
No, the final piece that completes me. This is Selene. We need to climb. We need to go up. That's the last place I knew where it was.
ship can't go up, not much higher unless we start doing something to the whole entire ship. Which I'm gonna need your guys' help for that. Which I don't.
Yeah,
wanna
I'm
do.
pretty sure. So what? It started to freeze over, right? So I'm
But it's
pretty
also-
sure I can do like shape water for a very long period of time.
It only affects 5 foot square, not the entire ship at once.
And that we'd also have to sustain some sort of air for ourselves. And at some point, the movement would stop because the ship does go off wind. So I'd have to have some sort of other propulsion. Fuck it. Movement.
I mean, doesn't levitation give something innate movement?
No, it goes ups and down. I can make the ship go up and down, basically.
Move us with telekinesis, couldn't I?
If you're
I
strong
know I
enough.
can only do 1 5 foot square at a time, but if I do it multiple times,
I believe it's only 3 multiple times.
I'm gonna check.
So
Needless to say, to move the ship with telekinesis and to shape water on that grand of a scale, it's going to require a lot of effort on both your points.
the only way that I find is possible is either basically making the ship into a spelljammer or getting the dragons to somehow cast a very large, tiny hut.
That's
So-
not possible.
Exactly. So, and neither is making the ship a spelljammer. I do not have the power to do that. That's a very that's like taking the room down there with the dragon crystal and just putting it on.
You need a light a 9th level wizard. Yeah, not a wizard that casts 9th level spells.
Yep.
It's like great
So-
spelljammer 9th level
Okay,
spells.
never mind.
So the dragons could maybe, but I could no. There's no way I could do that. So
Yeah.
I can't do it with the current power source. So if we would like to modify the ship and probably take another month, I could do that.
You don't have another month.
I really don't.
So the only other way that I could think of is
Wait a minute. How long do you think it would take to get to mountaintop peak area?
the highest mountain,
Mm-hmm.
probably in a week or so.
They might be able to help us. Or we could find an answer there.
Are you going to try
We-
to get to Heavenbreaker?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we start at like
Based
the base
on-
of the mountain, climb up, and then go from there.
Based on distance, it's gonna take it's gonna take a couple of weeks
Oh,
by air travel.
couple weeks. My bad.
Because it's a while. It took you guys a week to just traverse the entirety of this forest.
We could do that. Do a Naruto shoot a pin. Come back, different clothes.
Well, think about it this way. If we need to get past the cloud cover, right? Well, Heaven's Breakthrough breaks past that. So,
this is the only way that we could get up higher to at least start, and then we could at least start from there. The one thing that I do fear is if we start getting up higher is breathable air. At some point, we are going to stop breathing, and I haven't.
I
Had
won't.
this
I got the
necklace.
Ring of Adaptation still on me.
I don't. I've left that thing in the dust, and now with this, and it's not coming off. And this thing needs to breathe. Trust me, it gets musty.
I wouldn't know. I wasn't the one who put it on.
not like on. It's more of just like, never mind.
You put it on.
Something.
I mean, do you know anyone that can actually help build this ship up?
Yes.
Why don't we go see them then?
Because they're in. I don't know that person. Never mind. There's. Hey, little miss. You know how to activate your dragon charge down there?
That would help. That would tremendously help. I almost tripped over my slipper.
They're not activated, so obviously they're not drawing power off the seal. And if it is drawing power from the dragon charge, then obviously that's a no, but it seems like the dragon charge is active and the seal's still active. So
It's using the dragon shard to power itself, yes.
Ah, fuck, okay. Well, there's...
Sealing off planes of existence requires a lot of power.
I know.
Wait, then how come the other seals are working just fine?
Did you ever find their dragon shards?
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, I assumed so.
I'm not too sure on the science of it. I just know that some of the oldest dragons were used as power sources. I was
You
lucky.
being one of them. Got it.
I was one of the first, yes.
Man, they just use you and throw you away. Gotta love those gods.
So,
We sacrificed ourselves willingly, thank you.
Used you and throw you away. Got it.
Hey, I need you guys to metagame.
I'm trying to think of something.
You know a wizard that can cast 9th level spells.
Technically, that's not that's not
one
metagaming.
magic.
I don't know him. Like, Nux does not know him.
That one.
The crazy wizard.
Yeah.
Way back in the day. That, like, polymorphed our cat.
From
And he was just like, here, permanent polymorph. And we're like, what?
Oh, Cole?
You know Cole.
I
You
don't.
know of him.
I-
You haven't interacted with him a lot, but you know of him.
But I would not know that he is, like, a super...
No.
That's what I'm saying. So, sorry, but...
No, but that's
That's what I'm like, I'm sorry, guys, help me.
no, that's a good kind of metagame.
Okay.
We've met him though.
I have never... Nux has never met him.
Oh.
Nux has appeared after all that, and I know of him, but I don't know he's a wizard.
Cole?
Yeah.
My mentor, Cole?
Mhm.
Yeah, you've met him.
It was you met him briefly.
That was
when you
before
first
we
came
went
across-
to the Soulwood.
I also wouldn't, but once again, I met him. I don't know he's a 9th level wizard.
No, you don't.
You would.
The one that met him was Ao, but then Ao left, and then Nux came in, and the next time you saw Cole was
one
when you
brief
met
time
when
in
you
the-
guys met up with Dubane Ironcast.
And then Cole teleported us into the Soulwood, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
did.
So, oh yeah, okay.
So you know, yeah, we
Is Cole Power enough? Your old mentor?
we could at least
Like, can you seriously he can cast? He's strong enough to cast 9th level spells.
if anything, we could probably rely on him to cast a teleport spell to get us there.
Can you find him?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't get his name written in the book. That would be too cool.
Do you
I
have a sending scroll? I don't think I have any more.
I got extra.
I can scrounge it up.
Yeah. Keep a few on hand just in case I need to send some to Avaria.
Alright.
Pals.
So I write.
Is a sending scroll is a telepathic 25-word message.
Hey there, buddy. Long time.
Hey, buddy. Need help.
We need you for some magic. Can you please help?
Teleport to me.
Hugs
Here's my
and
location.
kisses. No, that's wrong.
Damn it! You didn't send location. You didn't send teleport to us.
He knows it.
Oh my gosh. So I send him. I'm gonna send him.
Hey, Big Daddy. Okay, no, sorry.
No.
Too many words. Hey,
although Dracaria does like him.
Hey, Magic Daddy.
Magic
Oh
Magic
my
Daddy!
gosh.
Just 2 words, okay? You know, it's perfect. It's a perfect way to start it. See?
Okay.
Magic Daddy! Can you just imagine, like, that little, like, chime in your head?
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Magic
So we're
Daddy!
gonna do sexy magic man.
Okay, nice, okay. Only one extra word, nice.
Yeah.
Sexy magic man.
Need help.
Need help, not cock.
No.
Check. Did you just send that to my brain? From halfway across the world. Also need help with making magic ship.
Making magic ship
To
get past clouds
save world.
to save world. No, I'm gonna no.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta leave room for hugs and kisses.
Currently above what forest are we above?
The Mornwoods.
Mornwoods.
On a function.
I'm trying to think.
But sex could also be one word.
Anthony, can you read me the map
Yes.
real quick?
Mornwoods. Come quick.
Not that way.
The innuendos in this message.
Not that way.
What?
I took the orb from you. You were kind enough and gave it to me.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, well, I can't use this here. Put this in your face.
Like, I.
Kisses always Dracaria.
Kiss is always nice. Way to end it.
Anything about that? Well, I still actually have 5 more words, by the way.
It could be up to 25 words. Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Gucci. Just end that in Gucci.
Does WAP count as one word?
Whack, 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 whack. Let me see your whack. Let me see your whack, whack.
You finish your message?
No, yeah, that's it. The kiss is always Dracaria.
There's an immediate response.
To me?
Glad to see you're alright. I may be able to lend assistance. Meet me in Foretoft.
What the fuck is that?
You don't know this.
That's what I got.
Alright, so we have to meet him in Foretoft.
Where the fuck is that? There you go.
So Foretoft is that way, and I point off towards the direction that is.
Albie, go to the finger. Follow the finger.
Mornswood. So Foretoft is just below World's Crown area.
Isn't World's Crown like the tallest mountain?
That's the Heavens Breaker.
Oh.
That's in the eastern section of the World's Crown. The World's Crown is a vast mountain range in the northern continent.
Okay, well, oh, let's go downstairs. I have a map. Okay, so it's actually not that far from us?
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually
We're
real
over
close
here.
from us. Oh, so that's, I'd say a couple days.
So,
With good wind.
So we're right there.
Mhm.
We're just right there.
Ah,
Right there.
I would
You
say,
meet him there.
yeah. I'd say
Meet him
5
there.
days at max. Maybe 6 or 7 on bad wind.
Yeah.
Come sail
Albie,
away,
let's get
come
going.
sail away, come sail away with me. Come sail away, come sail- It was such a. I saw them live, Sticks, and that was such a good song by them. Really, it's so good.
I'll take a pass on that. But with a new heading, you set the ship towards southeast, skirting around the beginning portions of the World Crown as you make your way out from above the Morn Woods.
Make my way through the woods.
Do we want to do anything?
Walking fast.
You do have 5 days of
Yeah,
travel.
Do we want to do anything? I do want to play with the orb.
Mhm.
Do you also want to see if the orb and the suit react?
In the first day of travel, as you have the orb in your possession,
No,
Nux,
take off the headband.
Okay.
And now I have the orb, the suit, and the...
Yep. As you finish attuning to Moore's riposte, oh, hello there. I see you're my new wielder.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, you're talking to me?
You're sentient.
Yes, that's correct.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Uh,
I love what you're doing with the suit, by the by. It's a little slimy.
oh, so you also can react to the suit.
More like it reacts to me. It doesn't like me.
It doesn't like you?
No, not really.
I apologize?
Yeah, nothing to apologize for. It doesn't think.
Okay, fair. Just it reacts emotions. Yeah, I get it. Doesn't like fire.
Oh, no, it doesn't. It really doesn't like fire. That's why it doesn't like me.
Oh, why doesn't it like you? What, are you fire? Are you gonna burn me?
Okay, question mark. Do we see that him just
It's a
talking to
one-way.
the orb?
It's a one-way conversation to the orb.
No,
So-
I'm literally just like walking around deck and I'm just looking at this orb.
Okay, so you're not talking out loud.
I started to and then I realized I was like, no, I just look crazy staring at an orb. I'm fine with that.
Nice.
Do you want to see something funny?
No, more so I just burn everything through holy fire.
Oh, that's nice. Holy fire.
Holy
Hey,
fire.
Nihilus,
Holy
want to see
fire.
something funny?
Holy fire.
Okay.
We're gonna have to test this to see if you don't burn the suit. 'cause it's
I
gonna be upset.
Misty step right behind Nux.
Teleportation.
That's not okay.
As you are focusing on the orb, you hear a.
The orb tries to go. I try to go. The suit tries to go. I feel like all of us try to go in opposite directions. Yeah. I don't feel like it's a nice reaction. And I feel like all three of us just kind of look at you. Even the orb, I just like turn and look at the orb, and even the suit just like, no. No. No.
You always do that.
Yes.
What? What'd you say, babe?
I just say yes out loud. I'm like, yes.
Shouldn't you hurt her then?
And no.
Why not?
Because she is family.
Family doesn't do that.
Family shouldn't do a lot of things.
This family does.
Wait, when she talks inside my head, does she hear?
I don't think she's talking in your head.
She just went like that.
Were you talking in his head?
No, that was out of game.
Okay, never mind.
Sorry.
Ook.
I forgot to do this
yeah,
part.
this
I
is
didn't
telepathic. Yeah, telepathic. This is out again.
This family does.
Shark fin.
Sure. Yeah.
Shark fin telephone pole.
No.
What?
Multiple reasons. Suit for the first part,
What?
the suit really does not like fire, and I just found out this thing has holy fire in it. So I'm gonna have to do like some sort of like marriage between them, make sure they're nice and this thing
Cohabitable?
talks.
It talks.
We.
Cool. What's it saying?
I don't like her.
It doesn't like you.
What?
Be the daft cunt.
It just has negative emotions about you. I don't really agree with it. It also feels like I should attack you for doing that to me, and I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't understand family yet.
Oh, yeah, this sort of family does that to you, by the way.
Luckily, I need to die.
You
I did
should.
find out something cool about it.
Yeah?
Ding ding whoosh. Like turning into a large scythe. Like the large scythe that like Necessina had. I'm like, it does change shape into forms.
Oh, I like this one.
I remember her using this big scythe.
It's oddly light in your hands.
I think that's too big for you. Okay. Let's tone it down before you actually knock somebody's head off.
Can it back to the orb, or does it? Can you change again?
I need some time.
Oh, okay. Is it like a once a day?
Yeah.
Can you go back to the scythe in the same?
If you want me to stay the scythe, I can stay the scythe. Want me to be a big hammer? I can be a big hammer.
But can you go like to scythe and orb back and forth in one day, and then maybe tomorrow you can go back to orb and hammer?
If you want me to.
Oh, okay, cool. And I just like walk off and keep talking to the orb.
Have fun with the orb.
It's very point blank. There's real no. The longer you communicate with it, you come to find out.
This is gonna be the most. What alignment? Do I?
You can't tell.
Oh gosh.
Alignment's one of the things you actually cannot tell
Okay.
without a very specific spell, and no one here has that spell.
Alright. Time to get another spell.
It is, as metagaming, it is detect and dispel good and evil. No one here has that spell. Has either of those spells for that matter. But for what you can tell, you can make an insight check to try and read it.
Sure. How does it feel? It did want me to hurt Jakaria, and I'm like, that's not cool.
None of us doesn't believe in black and white terms as good and evil.
That's fair.
Without a face, hard to gauge. Very point of fact. A little boorish in its mannerisms. Very black and white. As in, this is good, this is bad.
Okay.
So me, like, doing that right behind you.
No,
was
that's
that.
bad. You deserve punishment.
Yeah.
So it's. Oh, it's almost like Baneans.
As you communicate with it, you come across it. Its name is Arth.
Why do you gotta make up these names that are not easy?
Because that's Josh for ya.
You call me on my shit? I'd
What?
much rather names than Larry. Or Keith.
Larry the Moore's orb. Moore's riposte. Larry. Shut up, Larry. Okay, what did you say his name was?
Arth. ARTHK.
I love how I have a pocket here, but like I have to like lift this flap.
You have to lift the flap to get into the
to
pocket.
get into the pocket. I'm like, why did they do that?
You have to work for
I don't want to work for it.
That's awful.
it.
Arth.
Yeah, it's very point of fact, boorish.
Could I
It's very straightforward in the way. It's amenable. It's kind in its way, in its manner of speaking, but when it comes to certain topics, it's very like yes or no.
Arth, could I shorten your name? Would you mind?
I mean, this is the name I was born with. So whatever you want to call me,
Could I call you AK?
sure.
AKA. Yeah, I did write AKA. So if I do that, I'm trying to get my suit to make like a bigger. Trying to make the suit come out more and like do more shit.
Is there anything that you two would like to do over the course of the next few days? But by Nihilus, I rolled for a religion check on you. You knew by lore doctrine what the Archangels were.
Excellent. I'm just gonna
it makes sense for you. Yeah.
Yeah, you were born into the church. I believe you got a 23 on it.
Excellent. I do want to roll
Nice.
for hit points. So,
Yes, roll a d8, please.
What'd you go in?
Did you go warlock or sorcerer?
I'm a warlock. Warlock with the
Of course.
I now
Now
am
you- Sounds like
immune
You get
to...
ASI or a feat. You are immune to psychic damage too. Is that right?
I have resistance to psychic damage.
There it is.
And then anytime I take psychic damage, I reflect all of it back to the
That's
center.
gross.
Not half of it, all of it.
So reflex.
Yeah. And
He is a mind flayer's worst nightmare.
I'm immune to telepathy.
Ooh.
Unless I choose to allow them inside.
Ooh, that would have been really good against the Aboleth.
Yeah. Now I can't wait to go back.
He is our
Wait, does
friend.
that mean that you can't get messages back?
If he chooses not to.
I feel like it's like a call screening sort of thing. Like I get a buzz and like, yeah, there's an intrusion in your mind. Do you wish to accept the charges? I'm like, yeah, sure. What could happen?
Spell slate again. That's
Basically Nihilus but reversed.
Yes. As soon as I figured that out.
So Salein.
I thought that was a
That's
That was a three. Oh, well.
Oh.
Six
That's what I
hit
got.
points.
What's your health at?
6 more than it was now. I have it on D&D Beyond Accurate. I'm going to just add 6 to that.
Since you're 8th level, are you taking a ASI or a feat?
10th level. 10th level Warlock.
Okay.
That's sad. I wish, yeah. No, literally just the immunity to telepathy,
Immunity to telepathy and resistance.
resistance to
With
psychic
reflection
damage,
to psychic.
with reflection, and a cantrip.
And a cantrip.
That's it. That's all I get this level.
What's your cantrip?
I think I already had Mind Shard, but that's what I picked in D&D Beyond.
Okay.
But I think I already had that before, so...
Yeah.
Green Flame Blade, Booming Blade, something so when I fucking like run up on a dude and smack him
Salasia
with a
green,
quarterstaff.
Salasia fucking booming blade. All the fucking
Yeah.
damage. What's your health at?
trying to write down all of her buddies.
My new health is 121, by the way.
What the fuck?
She's a stocky little thing.
What's your health, Alice?
112.
Okay.
12.
Fine, fuck you. Yeah, I'm higher than you, as I should be.
120, 121, 119.
112, and then I'll be at.
I'll be at 97.
How
He's
are
the
two
tank.
melee fighters lower health than the two. You fucking caster sluts.
Higher con scores.
Yeah, +3 con.
She has,
4.
she has a +4, and she's
almost
been rolling really well with her health rolls.
Goodness gracious.
She thick.
So she's a stocky
She
one.
thick.
She thick.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me check
Anything
your
to
stats
do
in this.
for the next few days, you two?
I'm thinking like I kind of want to do like a magic circle or ritual or try to figure out like a teleportation circle
Fuck yeah!
to like put in the ship.
You made your scrolls ascending, right? Or sending scrolls?
I can make more, yeah. They just
How
cost.
do you make them?
They cost basically 100 gold to 1 platinum piece, and then hours worth of work.
But he's able to have
I can shorten
magical
it.
crafting.
Yeah.
It'd take a lot longer for you. You're not used to that art.
Yeah. Oh, I have a 4th level artificer, which gives me something weird, doesn't it?
I don't think so.
Okay, maybe that's a next level.
I think 5th level gets you something. I know that every odd gets something for a class. Are you gonna try and make some sending scrolls on your own?
Nope.
In regards to you Nihilus, for attempting to make a teleportation circle, Make a. How are we gonna run this? Make a Arcana check to see if you can understand the basis of it.
Mhm.
Okay. The concept of a teleportation circle seems simple enough. However, at your present level, it's a bit beyond your wheelhouse.
Especially as a warlock.
Yeah.
Advanced more in sorcerer.
Yeah, the idea of a teleportation circle can definitely work. You're going to need more power output, though, than what you currently have.
Well, at least get the fundamentals started. We're going to devote part of my cabin towards drawing that out.
Mm-hmm.
We have magic chalk.
In regards to an actual teleportation circle, is a 5th level conjuration spell. Requires 1 minute to cast. You need rare chalk infused with gems.
Have both of that out.
Mm-hmm.
I can actually do that oddly.
The only classes that are able to cast it are bards, sorcerers, and wizards.
So, yep, Dracaria, and she can actually cast 5th level.
Which you can.
So,
The way that
with the
teleportation
tech that we have, and that we have gems, I do specifically still have gems left over.
Mhm.
And we have the magic chalk.
Many major temples, guilds, other important places have permanent teleportation circles inscribed within their confines. Each circle includes a unique sigil sequence, a string of magical runes arranged in a particular pattern. When you first gain the ability to cast this spell, you learn the sigil sequence of 2 destinations on the material plane determined by your DM. You can learn additional sigil sequences during your adventures. You can commit a new sigil sequence to memory after studying it for 1 minute.
Dracaria,
So you need to find those teleportation circles and study them.
you did just level up and you gained spells.
Mm-hmm.
Could we request for you to gain this spell?
Which spell?
Teleportation circle. Yeah, I
Think
know.
about that.
Think about it. Let us know, because we could be using that.
Otherwise, I took.
And you gain 2 permanent ones, so you.
I could change it. What level is that?
5th level.
Oh nope, I can't change that.
Well, no. You gain a spell when you're a sorcerer. So
Yeah.
whatever spell you added, though, you would just. What spell did you add for this level?
I added Erupting Earth.
So it'd just be losing that one and then gaining
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's up to you.
Why?
You're the only one of us that can cast it.
Why?
You're the only sorcerer,
Why?
and actually the only bard. And we don't have a wizard. I technically should have been a wizard. I'm just an idiot.
Be useful.
I would have been.
You need to find set teleportation circles within major cities and find their sigil and then copy it down.
I already have some of them.
You have the stone teleportation circles, which are locked to one another.
Yeah, but doesn't each? You said in the room, every single one of them has a rune and a color.
Mhm.
So in that main teleportation room, we at least know the main runes for at least that.
Yeah, to get from the repository of paths into each individual repository. I'm talking major cities.
Okay.
Like a teleportation circle to Freehold, teleportation to Cathedral,
That's true.
teleportation to Hammer if it had one, teleportation to the major cityscapes.
This could be, if Dracaria does take this spell, this could be like a quick path to all of us getting to each of the seals faster.
Mhm.
That's an interesting way. I've never thought about that. Up to you, little lady. If not, I do think it would be a smart idea to try to find like a scroll of it. Maybe start searching a few towns.
That'd be pretty hard to find.
Right.
You need to go into a hub.
We do also have the stones for it too to make one, because I do have the stones. Extra from what is workshop.
But for the next, you can come to a decision if you want to take a teleportation circle spell instead of erupting earth. That's your choice. But you continue on
Does
for.
anyone need anything made?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I think everyone's got what they need on them.
Like our friend's having a crisis.
Uh-oh.
I'll have to leave soon.
Well, you got a bit of lore.
Yeah.
That was the major bit.
I gotta munch on my chicken here real fast. And then
She okay?
I'm gonna boogie. She says come home real soon, so.
Oh, yeah.
That's I
With
call
no
that
elaboration, yeah.
that's a gas
Yeah.
crisis.
Without elaboration, yeah. That's like, okay, I'll be on my way.
You continue to sail, just along the cloud line. Every so often, hearing the song of the sky whales. Once during your trip, you do hear that low spatial vibration call from deep within the cloud layer. But just once.
Just one. Okay.
The further south you go, the louder it seemed to have got. The louder it seemed to have got. The more it actually shook the very air around you. But eventually you do come within view of some rolling plains, snow-covered fields, about 10 miles south of the beginning of the mountain range known as the World Crown, which is, now that you get a closer look, is nothing but jagged peaks and deep, deep crevasses and valleys. As you look over into the fields, you see that there are numerous flying creatures.
Good thing I'm
If
already
anyone would
done
like to
here.
make a perception check, try and
Just want to make sure nothing's going to attack us.
That's a 19.
17.
all right, good, nice rounded. As you're cascading across the southwestern portion of the World Crown, you notice that these large flying creatures resemble what are called rocks. ROCs, giant avions.
Those are cool. Not dangerous, right?
Very. Make a nature check if you wish, though.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, do I want to?
You can cast sleep on them. Like, rocks fall. Party dies.
Rocks fall hard.
Yeah. Like,
Plus 5, 23.
Rocks innately are territorial birds. They are very large with wingspans sometimes reaching 25 to 30 feet long. They are omnivorous and will eat virtually anything smaller than it.
And when,
anything about our level, we can like cast sleep on it, and it just fall around.
you know, we got a befriend animal or something like that?
I'm gonna dominate beast.
That's not the same. Goodness gracious, Nihilus. Learn some boundaries. Dominate beast. Talking about going to bed with your mom.
Right?
In regards to actual temperament, it's really not a good idea to get between a rock and its food and a rock and its nest.
So we avoiding this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
It's like
We stay
it'll
clear.
be the bigger threat.
We're not a sky whale.
Not right now, we're not. But in 10 minutes, we could be.
Ever smoke bottle.
Okay.
Now we're a cloud. Stealth through
I was gonna say,
the area.
fucking
No. Why are we
300
talking
by 300 foot sky.
I'd be making the noise. Gonna say it as Nux.
Hallucinatory terrain.
and watch a
Skyward.
flock of rocks try and tear into your ship.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Start trying to tear into the
defenseless.
window. It'd be like food, and they'd be like, "Where'd the food go?"
Fine, a sky leviathan. You
Giant
wanna
red
fuck with
dragon.
us?
We could technically
You
call it a
eventually
dragon.
you do continue on across the southwestern reach of the mountain range, and you see just off in the distance a relatively large town. It looks to be a mix between stone architecture and mines, with roads that ascend north towards the World Crown. Sorry you couldn't stay, bud.
It's okay.
Get up there, but Memus.
Got it spicy.
Yeah, spicy. When you start drawing in closer, and you see that there are large sets of mining operations, with broad sections of.
Yeah, that is empty. So oh no, it's not.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Like, that ain't
Yeah,
empty.
it's not.
That ain't fucking empty.
I got it.
You see?
They say,
You too. Don't fall in.
Indeed.
Oh, are you want to want thunder on it? You're good. Okay. I just don't have anything to break it, so I love you.
With large, sparse towers that look to be what's the word I'm looking for? Storage structures. But you are currently flying over the town of Foretoft.
Did your mentor say where to go?
Yeah, he's at Foretoft.
Well, a little bit more direction.
I think we should just drop and see where he's at.
Okay.
Unless you want to give me another scroll.
Sure. I'll make a couple more.
Hey, sweet cheeks, where do you want us to meet you in Foretoft?
We're a cloud in the sky.
Meet me at Amethyst's Loft. Tavern in the north side of town.
Amethyst Loft?
Oh,
Got
well.
it.
We're in a new town.
Is he back?
Yeah, he's back.
Okay.
Amethyst Loft.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to put on just a brown cloak. I can't disguise myself like you guys can.
I am going to reattune to different items, though.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
I was gonna say you have 5 days. What are you gonna reattune to? What are you gonna do?
Orb, suit,
Okay, your intelligence is now back down to what it
17. I increased it. It was 15. But that does mean my DC.
DC is dropped by 1,
Yes, I already wrote
and
down.
your spell attack is also dropped by 1 for any artificer attack spell.
I adjusted that, and I've already adjusted my skills.
You feel a little dumber.
What did the Amulet of Health give me?
Amulet of Health is a 19 Constitution save.
That's
19 Constitution score.
Yeah.
That's why that's a 19, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't remember.
It's a pretty decent item if you don't have a.
If you don't have a high con score.
Yeah, and especially as a sorcerer, I would say that one's one of your.
Alright, well
Primos.
then, I will drop Necklace of Adaptation and reapply my Ghost Step Tattoo.
Ooh,
Nice.
that was a good one. And then what's your fourth? What's your third?
The wand, which I'm never taking off.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Your wand is like my suit. It's now your character.
Well, it's her most powerful item.
Yeah, it is one of the most powerful items. It's badass. It's a very good stick. It's the best stick in the world.
It's very versatile.
The best butt scratcher. That's what we should rename it. Fireball.
As you spatially anchor your ship, you make landfall and proceed into town. It's a very dirty town, but so in the fact of what miners would be. They're covered in soot and coal and rock dust. There's a large population of dwarves.
Albie, are you here?
Yes, sir.
You gonna come to the town with us?
Yeah.
We neither stay on a ship.
Oh, I've got some reading to do anyway.
1, 2,
All
3.
you do is read all day.
I'm trying to figure out teleportation circles. Thank you.
So useful. Here's everything I know. I give him my father's books. I give him the stones. I give him magic chalk. I give him some gems. Have fun.
I would probably get that information from Cole too, but okay.
This town, as you're walking through its streets, with it being a mining town, it seems poorer than it should be. A lot of the townsfolk are stern, a little taciturn, not friendly in some instances. You're making your way through, they'll give these dirty looks. Apparently they're not quite used to travelers.
It's fine. We just figure our way to the
Amethyst Loft.
You ask around, and you're pointed towards the northern section of town, as Cole mentioned. And you're directed towards what it looks like a miniature mountain. Just at first glance, it's this very jagged structure that seems to just jut out in the middle of nowhere. You get closer and you see that there's actually railways and mining carts actually going in and out of what apparently is a miniature mountain. But instead of carting gold, they're carting barrels. Don't know what. At its very base is a very large stone archway with amethyst loft, trade, and butchery.
looks like the place to enter.
Yep.
You step inside, and you're immediately wafted with the smell of singed charcoal, singed hair, boiling meat, and sour ale.
Okay, well, I'm slightly okay with those.
Not horrible, not the best.
Yeah, we've been through worse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where's your mentor? Who's this Cole? Seen him like once.
Make a perception check.
Oh, Magic Man!
Dirty 20.
Oh, very good day. You look through. It's a very broad interior. 3 floors going up. No stairs that you can see, but elevators via dumbwaiter systems that are going up and down repeatedly in several sections of this of the inside. Large casks, which appear to be filled with that sour ale that you're smelling. As you're looking around, you can't exactly you don't notice coal at first. There's nothing but dwarves. A couple of humans, some half elves, a lot of orcs. The orcs that will catch you off guard, as they are not green but grayskin. A couple of drow are there as well. but they seem to be more bouncers watching the interior. You eventually hear from one of the upper rafters on the 3rd floor. Up here! You see Cole, still a bit of a ragged mess, but he has on like a prim hat.
All right.
That's your mentor.
Mm-hmm.
You scramble onto one of the elevators onto the 3rd floor, and you see that Cole is sitting with his back towards the main floor on a round-ish table with a couple of dwarves around him. They are chatting amongst themselves as Cole ushers you, the 3 of you, towards the table.
Hey, long time no see.
Yeah, I haven't seen... Mouse is missing. Interesting. I haven't seen you in a few months.
Hey, nice to see you again.
Huh.
Long story.
Clearly. You said you needed some help?
Yeah, so we created a flying ship, and so
Let's
now
hold on. Let's talk about this at our spot. We're just kind of open to open right now. That's not.
The dwarves are...
We are being tracked by an archangel.
if he could hear us here, that he can hear us there, and there's no difference. He into the wind, okay? So for all we know, he could be on our ship, okay?
I hope not. I feel like the dragons would know. Anyways, cool.
I was gonna say, am I missing something here? Yes.
Yeah, will you come to the ship with us? We have a lot to discuss.
You say ship. It's safe to assume you've found some way of making it move on land.
Oui.
Move on land, that's a no.
Oui. It's like a big crab.
Crab ship. Mama?
I'm sorry, I'm just fucking with you.
Cute. He looks at the dwarves around his table and he switches to dwarf. Who knows dwarf? He starts speaking amongst them.
Comprehend languages.
But
All right.
who knows Dwarf?
Just take 6 seconds. La, 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 la. Excuse me, boys. Apparently, my proteges have a bit of business with me. I shall keep you posted as to endeavors.
I'm his protege.
You better keep your endeavors to yourself and pay us good coin. Those bugbears are being a fucking tussle. I know. Like I said, I'll get back to you when I can. I gotta see what they want first.
I'm your protege?
Do you understand Dwarf?
She's nosing as he speaks in common to you.
Yep.
She's never liked being outside the loop, even when I told her not to.
What? Can't help it. I love hearing everything. One of the first things I learned is comprehend languages.
And that's exactly why Professor Beauchesne never allowed you in his class again.
What?
You read
Just because I learned about his secret affair with so-and-so does not mean that I spilt it, the beans, okay? I don't spill secrets. That's somebody else.
Case in point. He takes his stein, swigs. Ugh, can't get used to that. Stands up and ushers the 3 of you to follow.
You walk him to the outside of town.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, can you fly?
I mean, I know the spell for it, yeah? What are you getting at?
We need to go up.
You decide on how you want to go up.
I mean, that's... Okay, your friend's gone. What the hell do you mean?
You just see me pop into a cloud.
Our ship's in the air. We made a flying ship.
Huh. Surprisingly still have that yet. He pulls a wand and... Oh.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, my bad. You're just sitting on the ground.
Well, I figured that if you're gonna hold the ship in the air, you're gonna have ropes that repel.
Nah.
How the hell did you get out from the begin with? To begin with?
We jumped or whatever.
Yeah, we jumped and I just stopped us.
Yeah.
Got a way out. I got no way back in.
I can get back in. I'm like, she has a dragon. So.
Which I don't want to cast at the moment.
That's fair.
Well, it just depends. How high do you actually have it away above ground?
Oh, not too high. I mean, at least like the 100, maybe 150, 200 feet.
I don't think your echo can reach that far.
I can boop.
Cole, along with you and Albie, fly back up to the cloud to your ship. Huh. Interesting. I'll have to ask you. I'll have to figure out how you actually managed to get your ship to fly.
Oh,
A gigantic, what was it?
a blue dragon.
It was not a blue dragon.
I'm sorry?
It was a blue dragon, but we also cast, what, levitate on the ship?
Yeah, it took me about 8 sorcerers, plus 2 ancient dragons, and about an hour long of rituals.
I'm sorry you lost me at the ancient dragon fight.
Oh yeah, you got a lot to learn, Mr. Cole. You should probably stay the night here. And have you ever heard of a spelljammer? It's a very ancient term. It's back from my day when people were trying to leave the planet.
Wait, people were trying to leave the planet? Why?
It's always been it's not unfamiliar. It's always been a myth though.
Because people just want to leave.
Why?
Exploration. Figure out what's going on beyond the lands.
Leave. Then have you ever just want to leave this planet and find out what's
No.
out there? Oh, it's so fascinating. Anyways, yeah, I'm
afraid I can't do that. Are you trying to leave planet?
in a sense, I don't think we need to necessarily leave the planet yet, but we do need to ascend higher than this ship can handle. But
What do you mean handle? The ship should be able to handle the cloud layer fine.
once you start getting higher and higher, there does become a issue.
Ice layer on the ship?
Yeah,
It's
starts,
also the middle of winter. Of course, it's freezing. Up in the
No. At
clouds.
some point, it just starts freezing everything, and then we can't breathe. I don't know what happens up there.
What do you mean we can't breathe?
And
Can't breathe.
The air just dissipates, and it starts getting hard to breathe, and it's just getting rapidly colder.
Huh.
We need some sort of protection and some sort of way to provide air. Are you able to cast 9th level spells?
Of course. I wouldn't be an archmage if I didn't.
You're an archmage? Your mentor's an archmage?
Grandmaster of the Magic Arcanum, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're trying to find Magicians Coven.
The what now?
Magicians Coven.
You mean Cove?
No, Magicians Coven.
The what? What in daft name is that?
I'm assuming it's the original Magicians Cove.
What do you mean the original? The Magicians Cove has always been an island off the southern coast.
Nope, Magicians Coven.
Oh, you don't know about the floating island?
What floating island?
Oh, that's
Floating
been around
island.
since- That's been around since my time.
So it originally was in Crater's Bay, and then it picked itself up and floated. It probably didn't pick itself up, but, you know, exaggerating a little.
Anyways.
Hey, Nihilus, can you do your brain thingy?
Goodness, you're gonna have so much to learn. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Okay. it's It's like the
You
final
can see the
scene.
flashing
It's like the
images.
final scene in Avatar with the fucking beams of light.
Yeah. Bong.
Cole, after a little bit, after a couple seconds, Cole drops onto his butt on the deck of the ship. He's, oh God, what the fuck have you been doing?
What do you mean the fuck have we been doing? We've been saving the world. That's what we've been doing.
I mean, in a sense. Not yet.
Do you understand not only the ramifications that we have this, but the advancement that we can do?
What?
Hold on, slow down.
The level of technology.
It's
About
not,
what?
We should be able to ascend far beyond what we actually can now.
Cole,
No,
Cole.
Cole.
We have one thing at a time, and right now we need to
Slow
make sure
down.
the world is safe, and then we can advance it. They're not ready for that yet.
Yeah, we have to save world first.
Okay.
Okay, next step. Okay,
Yeah, okay,
Slane, Kotak, where's CC?
CD?
CD?
She's locked herself away.
Why?
She
She
can't-
Is she having an existential crisis?
Yeah,
Yes.
she can't see anything anymore.
Well,
she
where
feels
is she?
lost. She's in her room.
She's down below deck. She put herself in a storage hold.
Why in that crap?
Because it's the only other spot that I can give her a room.
You have to understand. We've been talking with her for a little bit. She's been able to see literally everything until this current point. She can't see anything anymore. She's scared. One, because Archangels, fucking pricks, and two, she doesn't know what to do. She's followed Moore's fucking path. She doesn't know what to do anymore.
So Moore gave her all the way up to last night, or like a couple weeks ago?
She said she could see beyond that. It all of a sudden just disappeared.
Cole, this is Kodo Klein, the Ancient Dragon of Death, and this is Slane, the Ancient Dragon of Chaos.
And the one
Still
that we're
weird
talking
to look
about
at.
is the Silver Mistress.
You forget your friend just put everything in my head. They're still weird to look at.
Yeah, no, I know.
Ancient Dragons, Grand Mage, Ancient Dragons.
So wait, did she divulge at all what she saw past this point, before that point?
I can't say it verbatim. This is Code Clarence Lane's just... It seems to be in deep thought. But Kotak explains that... well, I'm kind of simplifying this, but... She saw her death. And that's where it ended. Now she can't. She was supposed to die soon-ish.
By who?
She said in multiple ways. One was by you. One was by you. One was by the Black Horse. Black Centaur. Supposed to kill him. The last one, she gave herself up to give someone power. She was a little moot point on that. Now she can't see anything.
Well, that's because we all decided to make the choice to free her instead of being locked by her.
But even then, she could still see everything.
But after she was free by that decision, she would see that, and it started changing from then.
She said she did. She was just going along with it.
Either way,
No,
she-
the thing that stopped her from being able to see everything is when that Archangel decided to pop out of nowhere. That's what stopped her being able to see. That was a choice
That probably
that
would.
was not.
It was a decision made by Banon, and that can't be seen by Moore. So that's the only thing it is. We're now seeing the decisions being made by Banon.
So she's like the rest of us.
Yep.
Clueless.
She'll just needs time.
Yeah, probably. I just go with the punches.
No, of course you do, because you've died 1,000 times. What? I'm not wrong.
Oh no, give us some space.
Uh,
Don't want to go bugger your funeral.
do you know anything about these Archangels?
In your head. Oh, the 4 guillotines?
We?
The holy scepters? Yeah, I know them.
Know them, like as in you know them personally?
No.
Just know of them.
I know of them, yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna have to get all this from you at some point.
I can tell you what they are. Zalathael. It's a death pact. Lumina. I believe it's called a Solar. Xanatol, Planetar.
What do you mean? Like these are different names?
They're different angels.
What?
Angels are far different than just angels. There are different celestials. Like a what's it called? Ixawatl, or a Pegasus, or a unicorn. Celestial beings.
Okay. But you're saying that they have like two different names.
Oh, okay. You're thinking small tones. No, I'm telling you what they are.
Oh, like what they actually are physically?
Hmm? They
Oh.
shouldn't be, though. I'm surprised they're actually even. I'm surprised they're even here.
One of them is.
Can't be. Celestial realm sealed.
A lot of things aren't sealed anymore.
What's it saying? What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out about these archangels, and I guess he knows the actual like physicality of like what celestials they are.
Oh, cool. What are they?
I'm figuring that out. Okay, so Zelathane.
Zalathane is a death pact angel.
Okay.
Whoops.
Zelathane is a thing called a death pact angel. Lumina.
Lumina is a Solar.
Spell it, please.
Solar.
S-O-L-A-R. Oh, okay. Then Borbuzzle.
Borbelize
Borbuzzle.
is a Kirin.
Q-U-I...
K-I-R-I-N.
Q-U-K-I-R.
No, just K-I-R-I-N.
Oh. Okay. And last but not least.
Xenatol is a Planetar.
P-A-L-A-N-T-E-T-A-R.
E-T-A-R.
Okay. I don't think I have too
Religion check.
much. Yeah, I was like, I don't have too much information on it. Just
What kind of
do it
check?
as
Religion?
myself.
A 19.
Yeah, I'm fucking use hers. +5, 13.
From what you know of celestials, not that there are angels, but there are different beings of celestial ties. A Kirin specifically. Interesting, doesn't it? I'll look that up. Is a proud Mustang of lightning and thunder. A Solar is a soldier of flame and holy destruction. A Death Pact angel is an angel that forms pacts and deals with greedy souls as payment. And a Planetar is a divine protector.
Yeah, I don't know if you actually meant to plan this, but a death pact growing inside the death horse, the lightning horse. Yeah, you have. Okay, I was like, oh, these seems oddly specific. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
good call.
My story is convoluted, but everything connects.
There's a connection points. Okay. Yeah, I don't have too much base knowledge as Nux anyways, so I would like to spend a little time researching that however I could, but that would be later.
Mm-hmm.
We need to. We're talking to Cole now.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna have to research this later. Thanks.
I'm still here.
Cole.
Mm. You see that he answered you, but he's looking at the ship itself.
So, do you have business here?
I use this as a way to get the materials for magic crafting.
Can you leave from here?
I have a teleportation circle that I used to get here to begin with.
No, I meant like, are you fine from leaving? Can you come with us?
I'm sorry?
I mean, like, it's gonna take a little bit to like get the ship.
Yeah, it's going to take a month to be able to allow this ship to actually ascend beyond the cloud layer. If you say that there's some barrier up there,
Month?
We don't have a month.
Dragons, slain, Kotak.
Kotak just Selene though he's you see that he's been
That sounds like.
dead, just thinking on something.
Can you wait a month?
What? I'm sorry.
Can you wait a month until we find this other?
Honestly, why not? Unless if you have other business.
There's...
Shit, I'll have to go talk to her.
There's nothing close to here that we can do. And if we need to go get your piece first, then I guess this is number one priority. We need to get all of you guys as powerful you can be, and then start training you guys and training us, and continuing the seals.
What? Spit it out.
Nothing. I was thinking.
About what?
I'm trying to figure out the time frame that we have now. As far as we know, how many seals do we have closed?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We have
Underwater, hammer. More
1, 2, 3, 4, 7 closed.
Holy shit! Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because the Baneans also on the path.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have 3 more to do. That is Magicians Coven, which is one of them.
Which we actually have to fly higher than the clouds, anyways.
Heaven's Breaker and the
Fly.
Deep Hills.
Deep Hills is the only one that's like above or below.
You don't have 7. You have 5.
No, we have 7.
Because the cathedral is not active. Deep Hills isn't active.
Hold on.
Heaven's Breaker isn't active.
Yeah, Cathedral's the last one though.
Heaven's Breaker, Deep Hills, Magicians Coven. Why do I not have Cathedral on here? How many was there
Because that's
supposed
not
to be?
technically that's not like that's our last one. That's not so we don't. Yeah, that's endgame.
There should be 9 seals.
Yeah.
You're missing just Cathedral, right?
So I do not have Cathedral on here.
Well,
I
that's
have
yeah.
others.
You're fine. We don't want to worry about that to the very end, anyways.
So no, 9. How many seals in total, including Cathedral?
There should be 9.
9. So I have more than 9 on here.
Oh.
That's what I am saying.
Well, the repository of paths wasn't a seal.
I don't think I have that on here. Oh yes, I do. And yes, you had it on your seals paper, by the way.
I had that as teleportation circles and never had that as a seal.
You had it on your seals paper when I wrote it down. And you didn't have Cathedral on there. Where's your paper?
Somewhere. But I can tell you that you do have Cathedral, which is your end game. There is a golem factory within the Deep Hills that you know of. There is the Heaven's Breaker.
What?
There is
What? Where's Deep Hills?
No, that would be
Deep Hills is north of Cathedral.
Oh shit! So that's halfway across the world with us.
So you are currently.
Yeah, we're over here. Yeah, that's like a month. That's
So we'll do Deep Hills right before Cathedral, basically.
yeah. At this point, if they're making golems, crap. The more time we give them, but even the less time, it doesn't matter. We're gonna get fucked there.
Yeah, war golems.
Yeah.
That's the
1,
shit.
2, 3, 4,
So I need
5,
to make
6,
a
7,
control
8, 9, 10.
Or some way of, or some manner of You need to find out how to build one.
It's like you already gave me the book how to build golems. I just don't have time to. Well, guess what? This month.
You need a month and 10,000 and enough materials and gold to build a golem, and that's just one.
I have both, at least in. But I'm not gonna do
No,
that.
I
That's
got
why
all of
next month
these.
I'll have the full if we're staying here.
Because I got Warlock,
But either way,
Dragonfly.
Cole, like, can we do this in the
Blackbriar.
next month?
See,
Dragon
look,
seems
he is
like
on
you
your
can stay here.
list. I don't know why you have it on there, but it is. No. That's the Solar Drisk, Magicians Coven,
Hang on.
Give me
Blu-ray, Barbest.
I know I took a picture of this way back when.
And Forge Claw.
Oh, that's why. No, yeah.
Cathedral is not on there. So I'm like, I'm not going crazy. There's 3 that we have to do. Because Cathedral's not on there. 4. But I feel like I'm also still missing one. No, I'm not.
Well, from what you know, you have the Morn Woods, which you just completed. You had Barbest, Barbest in the Golden Fields. You had Ulari in Crater Bay. You had the Seal within Hammer. You had the Seal in the Soulwood, and that's pretty much the western side of the continent.
Yeah, so we have Hammer, Mornswood, Heat Pass, which is the teleport.
Which is the teleportation room.
Right. We have so Hammer, Mornswood, Soulwood, Crater Bay, Golden Fields, and the Monastery. Because so and so did that one.
Yeah, Monastery within the World's Crown.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
But the seals that are left are within Heaven's Breaker and Cathedral. So
Heaven's Breaker, Cathedral, and what? No, we got Heaven's Breaker, Deep Hills, and Magician's Coven.
Yeah, and Magician's Coven doesn't have a landmass.
Okay, hold on. Can I see that?
How much gold do you get?
Me?
Yeah.
A lot. Why?
Like, how much is a lot?
By the way, if you're going beyond the stone, it increases gold based on that amount and materials needed. So you can create a flesh golem.
No, I'm not looking at golems.
I have 1,075 gold. I have way more in platinum.
Yeah, I'm talking about a whole lot more now because I'm looking up how to actually make a Starjammer.
It ain't
A
cheap.
Spelljammer. No, it's not.
It is not cheap, and it's also like there's an entire campaign based on the Spelljammer.
Yeah, technically, I mean, if we want to get in-game money, I could convert dragon parts into magical material to fuel this if you would like. That's the only thing I could think of. It would be taking away all the rest of my materials, though.
Yep, and it would take time, more time than just like, even with your speed up and Unseen Servant and all your extra crafting, it'd still take at least a month to craft what you're looking for.
And that's casting it onto him and me. So that's if.
Okay, so then what's the name for Cathedral? Because that is not written down.
Because it was never written down.
Okay.
The other thing is only mages and clerics can move the ship, so I wouldn't be allowed to move it because
I feel like we could probably adjust that.
Okay. The other thing is if you do move the ship, you cannot cast spells for 24 hours.
Yep, because it takes all your magic power.
You are using your own energy to move the ship.
But then you also have three ancient dragons that can be fuel source.
Yeah, and that, and like, yeah, I do have to create a chair though. So this next month is basically creating that, like, the helm. So if we are down to do this, which
What?
do you want to stay here for the next month?
Not really.
Well, we can either go to the Deep Hills now, or we can stay here for a month and then go up into the sky.
I want to see Magicians Coven.
That's up in the clouds too. And I can get the ship to cloud level, but I don't know if I can get it up high enough. I don't know how high Magician Coven is.
I was gonna say, have you tried getting it above cloud?
We.
Like, really tried?
Like, okay, so do we see sky all day? Or is it just cloudy all day?
Because it's winter, clouds are pretty dense, but you occasionally do see open plots in the cloud layer that go to sky.
Why can't we just use those open plots to get to above?
Well, we went above that last time. We went above the clouds. We were above the cloud layer, and then all of a sudden it started getting colder and colder.
I specifically remember that you were actually in the clouds.
We
and
were
started
in the
getting
clouds.
cold. You never actually got up. You never broke top layer.
Oh, I thought you explained it as like...
No, you went in and immediately started freezing from moisture.
I don't remember that. I apologize. We
Yeah,
can
it's
try now. I thought different story as in like actual, like, higher we go, the more it freezes.
I mean, it's not wrong.
It's not
It's
wrong.
also dead winter,
Mhm.
so it's gonna be cold regardless.
Mhm.
But it's not having like Iron Man freezing in stratosphere. It's moisture freezing in winter. It basically goes from like 50 degrees to about like -10 in the clouds.
I mean, we also don't know where Magicians Coven is, so we'd have to fly above the sky for quite a while.
Mhm.
Also, I think we should go up anyway. So with well adventure, nothing gained, right?
Mhm.
I mean, as long as the ship doesn't break, that's fine.
I'm pretty sure it won't. You have several mages here. I'm sure we can keep the ship at least functional.
You break my ship, I kill you.
You can try. I'll just teleport your ship someplace else. Archmage.
Take it. Albie, take us up.
Number one, beam us up.
Birdman?
But you reset the ship, unanchor it, and begin ascending into the clouds. A couple 1,000 feet. Just a couple. Until you start getting into... Oh yeah, you can still breathe. Until you start traipsing into the cloud layer. It's starting to get real cold. Not
Go around the clouds.
instantaneous freezing. You know, sub-zero temperatures and you're flash frozen. There's still hundreds of thousands of feet to go before you even hit stratosphere. Realistically saying,
Yeah.
there's a long way to go. But you keep an eye open for a hole within the cloud cover, and it's luckily one pretty close by. You send the ship that way, following the wind currents, and you ascend through the pocket. Temperature drops, but luckily not as abrasive as it was going through the clouds. There's little moisture going through this pocket, and as you ascend, you see blue sky, but it seems like the blue's getting closer. As you get closer, you ride higher and higher. You look down and you see it's a blanket of white clouds with pockets every so often. You see Heavenbreaker way off in the distance breaking through the clouds, several other cloud spires breaking through the cloud line. Heavenbreaker breaking through even higher than the clouds, but there's no tip. It just goes into the blue. And as you get close,
I'm assuming that's why they call it Heavenbreaker. It breaks the heavens.
you continue to rise, and you notice that the blue is moving,
The blue is
shifting,
moving.
like water.
I don't like this.
Yeah, let's not go into that.
And you hear that all familiar sound, that bestial rumbling. But it's cacophonous everywhere. Rumbling the very ship, the very air.
That's why I didn't want to go fucking up that high.
And you see off several hundred feet scales coming through this layer of blue, and it's massive.
Hey, Slain, any idea what that would be?
I thought those were dead.
What are
That's a sky swimmer.
a sky swimmer?
So
Wow.
something I can't.
Is that the reason why the blue in the sky looks like it's moving?
Possibly. Let's keep going.
Does it talk?
I honestly have no idea.
Let's not mess with it.
Do you ascend?
Dragon is my friend?
No.
Let's touch it.
No.
Why are we... We're going into unknown territory, people.
Mm-hmm.
That's the excitement, isn't it? As Cole is like literally chomping at the bit.
No, because our ship can't handle this.
Seems fine. It's a little frosty, but otherwise it's holding firm. It's cold. I need a con save from everybody real quick.
See? Not okay. It's fucking cold.
Nat 20.
Nat 1, but that makes
You
it
reroll
a
once.
11.
You
Oh
reroll
yeah,
once.
I'm 6. 16.
Hey, I roll for Albie real quick.
I'm doing mine. Give me a second.
Yep. Oh well, I'll keep that first one for Nihilus.
Nihilus.
Actually, he got pretty good too. He got 21.
It's cold. I'm not.
It's like it feels with the wind. It feels like blizzard conditions. It's cold. It's that bone cold, but it's not like you're freezing up or anything.
Not about it.
What's your con save, Albie?
16.
You're fine.
I'm used to flying high.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
fly. Never mind.
But you as consensus, you continue to ascend the crow's nest, the very tip of the mast, breaking through into the blue, almost like water, as it breaks like waves. You continue to ascend further and further as the blue breaks across the mast and eventually engulfing you. You expect water, but it's just thick clouds. It's soupy, thick, almost like you're trying to wade through.
Breathable?
It's breathable.
Oh, my.
It's just very thick.
Can we see through it?
Barely. You're only able to see like 10, 15 feet beyond the edge of your ship.
What about it? What about it? This is how people die.
That low bestial rumble continues as you progress higher and higher and higher. It feels like if you're inside of a sauna, but it's cold. It almost hurts to breathe, but you're able to bear through it. The ship continues skyward even more until eventually the mast breaks through another layer. The ship propels further upwards until the blue is now beneath you, and all you see is light blue sky, not a cloud in sight.
What the fuck is that blue shit then?
That's so pretty.
Off in the sky, you see that you see old White Eye just hovering.
The moon?
The moon.
It's a fake moon.
Now that you actually get a closer look at it, behind it you see red, like a blanket or a shadow just off the edges of the moon.
Yeah, it's because it's fake. I feel like that old man in Fairy Tale. You guys know what I'm talking about? Second season. When he's like, destroy the moon! Destroy the moon! And then Urza's like, just destroy the moon. And Natsu's like, what?
What?
Destroy it!
As the ship breaks through this azure layer, this second azure layer of cloud, it seems to be now back. It looks like it's back on water surface, and you see the scaled mounds that you saw before on the opposite side, but now there's several of them, all serpentining through the layer, in and out.
Arcana check on the cloud, the blue cloud shit.
Make an Arcana check.
25.
Best you can guess,
Same here.
this was a layer instilled for a means of blocking visual of something, hiding something. But it would take something of immense magical energy, arcane energy, and mastery to actually create this layer.
Yeah, obviously one of the gods. I think Baneans trying to hide some shit.
What was yours?
Same as his.
Same as his? Okay. It's an eerie sense. It's that still same chill, but not as bad as it was. You're looking around, and all of you catch something that you weren't expecting to see. The best that you can describe into your own head is an upside down mountain with a city built on top of it, with spires, towering spires floating and orbiting it. Looks to be about.
You said upside down mountain, so that makes it
So
like
take a mountain, flip it upside down, and put a city on top of it.
Yeah, but take it like a mountain upside down means it's coming from the sky going like this.
Yeah.
So we have ground above us?
No.
So there's just ground going into.
No, it's a floating mountain.
That makes more sense.
Sorry, I wasn't very specific.
I was like mountain upside down.
You see a city on top of a large city of towering spires and floating floating structures orbiting around this jagged chunk of earth about 20 miles out. And Selene, that'd explain it.
Found your spot. Found your thing.
Yeah. And you said you couldn't make it.
You act like we're not gonna die from this.
What were we waiting for?
Trying to figure out what we're getting into, but I guess we're going to the fucking Magicians Cove.
Cole chimes in. No. I think I'm good for the day. We found out we can make it through it. I have no idea what the fuck that is. I don't have no idea what the fuck that is, as he points to the giant scale serpentine creature traipsing through the blue cloud. Yeah, no, I think I'm actually good to go back down, please.
You're going to go if you want.
Are you getting airsick?
More like everything I knew is a lie.
Welcome to life.
Yep.
Enjoy yourself. So I just walk away and I'm like, so I'll be continue that way.
And so, do you continue towards this floating city?
I thought that was the goal. Yeah.
Okay. Time check.
Yeah, I was like, it's 9:40. I feel like
It's a good point to stop, actually.
I was like, yeah, a few probably day or two or off to Magicians Cove.
Coven. Yeah, it'd take about a day of flying.
Technically sailing again.
Technically. So yeah, that's actually that's a pretty good stopping point. Got another stop. and you didn't even have to spend a month.
I don't know about that.
Making a lot of preconceptions.
Okay, the last time we went up into the sky, we started getting very frigid very fast.
Yeah, because you went through clouds.
Clouds are cold.
Yes, they are.
Clouds
Actually.
are wet.
In the middle of winter, what happens to clouds when it's winter? It's freezing temperatures in
No,
clouds.
it's because there's less air up there, so there's less vibration, which makes it colder. It's not the actual weather, it's just because there's less air pressure.
Yeah, it's still fucking cold.
Oh, yeah. I was just thinking it's because of air pressure, not because of weather. So I thought I was going up, and I was like, oh no, we're going to die because of air pressure.
No, you can even in planes, you can ascend 30,000 feet and still partially breathe. When you go to 50,000 feet, that's when you can't. That's when halo jumps come into play.
That makes sense. I don't think we ever got that high. Did we?
We have
No, and that ship.
on the ship. No, you're.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I can literally tell you, at a game, you're not that high.
Okay.
You are at least 20,000 feet in the air.
Oh, okay. So we're... Okay.
That's why it's cold and it's windy, but there's nothing. You broke cloud layer. But that trippy blue layer is what I've had sitting since for a while.
The sky...
The fucking sky swimmers. Yeah, that creature's fun.
Well, they're too big for us to fight. What do we do? Do we whack it? Give it a good just fine smack?
I don't know. Maybe it's a chase scene with a boat. And all you do is deter. But
No, don't chase our boat.
that's a good, good stopping point for us. We will pick up here next week. I'm hoping that schedules will be okay. My work schedule is going to shift a bit. Hopefully, Noto and David will be here in person regarding school and work for themselves and personal lives. It's the holidays. Shit gets crazy in the holidays. But I hope everyone's enjoyed themselves. I hope you guys had fun. Nice little step into the next scene.
Right? It's just kind of... I don't know what's going to happen.
But as always, please like, follow, subscribe, send this to your friends, tell your friends about us. Stay safe. Please stay healthy. I know I've been hearing reports that COVID's
Coming back around.
the Omicron variant is what it's called. It's not the Delta variant, it's the Omicron variant.
Well, yeah, it has a 6-month mutation cycle, just like the cold. So,
But it's worse.
yeah, it's just a harder disease. You just gotta be ready for it.
But as always, keep those 20s warm, folks. We'll see you next week.
Hasta luego. You're fine.